Welcome to today's video, how to plan for a successful semester. The next semester is just around the corner, and you're likely wondering how to make it a success. Permit me to use semester or term in this video. Planning ahead is the key to a successful semester. You'll have more time to get work done, and you'll feel less anxious about deadlines. Here are 5 tips to help you have a successful semester. The first tip is to set goals. Before you can achieve anything, you need to set goals. Goals shouldn't be too big or too small, they should be something that really matters to you and will take time and effort to accomplish. It's important to set goals and then work toward them. Goals should be realistic and achievable. For example, if you're studying, one goal might be to get a 4.0 GPA by the end of semester. Some other goals might be getting enough sleep every night. 6 to 8 hours of sleep is good for relaxing your body. Reading chapters an hour each day. 3 chapters times 4 days per week equal 12 chapters in total. That is not bad even for a start. The second tip is to make a schedule. Once you know what your goals are, it's important to make a schedule so that you know how much time you're devoting to each goal every week. In order to achieve your goals, you need to set a schedule. The first step is to decide how much time you'll spend on each goal every week. You should allocate enough time to allow for other things in your life, like going to classes and work. After deciding how much time you'll spend on each goal, start scheduling it out on a weekly or monthly calendar. You can use a paper calendar or an online calendar that syncs with your phone. Either way, just find a way to make it easy for you to see at a glance what you have planned for the day and week ahead. The next step is actually following the schedule. It's not always easy, but try your best not to get distracted by other distractions and commitments if they don't fit into your schedule. Even if you're tempted by something else, make sure it doesn't take away from any of the tasks on your schedule, especially if it's one of the tasks that will help you reach one of your goals. A daily planner will be handy in your planning. The third tip is don't forget about fun. A successful semester starts with setting goals. Before you can achieve anything, you have to set goals. It's important to set reasonable and achievable goals that are specific to your needs and interests. Once you've established the right goals, it's time to create a schedule. It's also important not to forget about sleep. As the old saying goes, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. Hard work without time for recreation is not good for one's health. So it is important you make room in your schedule for some fun too. The fourth tip is to study in different places. Studying in the same place all of the time can get monotonous and might not be conducive for learning. Changing up where and when you study will help keep things fresh. For successful students, it's always important to change up their study environment. There are many benefits to studying in different places. First, working in different physical environments can help you break your routine. You may become bored or too comfortable with the same environment, which can make you less productive. Second, working in a new location offers a new perspective on your work. You might come up with an idea that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. Finally, changing up your work environment makes it easier to give yourself a mental break. Working in one place for hours can cause things like eye strain or concentrated fatigue. By rotating locations throughout the day, you'll stay fresh and focused. My last tip is sleep. Don't forget about sleep. Sleep is important. Your body needs sleep in order to function properly and be productive during the day. If you're feeling tired or stressed even after getting some rest at night, talk to someone about whatever is troubling your mind. Sleep is essential for everyone, but especially for students who are juggling schoolwork with other obligations like jobs or caring for family members. Studying is a big part of being a student. You'll be spending hours in the library, in your dorm, and at the coffee shop studying for exams. But while you're doing this, it's important to remember that sleep is also a key component of academic success. A recent study found that students who slept less than 5 hours a night experienced a 15% decline in their grades. That means if you sleep 6 hours instead of 3, you'll get an A instead of a C on your next test. Make sure you get enough rest before you study or take an exam. You'll be more productive and have better focus when you get the necessary amount of sleep each night. In conclusion, take care of yourself, it's important. Have a great semester.